Hi there. I am out here on another beautiful, absolutely beautiful day. We got 2 days ago a half inch of rain, and yesterday I did my garden tour, and today is a beautiful sunshiny day, and I'm going to be doing some garden chores. I'm going to tackle this mess behind me, and then I'm going to be planting some more spinach seeds. You're looking right at the sun there. And what else? Checking on the beans that I just planted. Some of them got pushed up out of the soil when the rain came. So I've got to double check to see how those are coming. And then what else? I might do some thinning out. It depends how much time I'm left with. But I'm gonna try and set you up today so that you can watch as I work. There are so many pollinators out here today. And I have a question for anyone who might be in the Zone 6 area, Michigan area. If you notice an extra amount of flies in your gardens. I was out here last night checking on things, as I do, and there were flies just resting on, what was it? Somewhere out here, maybe, I think it was on the calendula. They were just all over, and I see they're out here all of the time in just hordes. There's so many of them. They don't really bother me, but I don't know if it's just the kind of, oh, hold on, check this out. Look at that guy just hanging out on the post. That's a second dragonfly that I have seen out here today. That's a pretty one. I like your red body. It's kind of out of focus, but aren't you pretty? But anyway, the flies have been ridiculous. I've been catching a lot of the Japanese beetles. So those have been out here like crazy. Like I said, they love my morning glory leaves. And other than that, but I did see a lot more pollinators out here today. So that's nice, bumblebees in that family, the ones that I really would like to see. Not the flies so much, and definitely not the beetles. But all right, I'm gonna go get some of the things that I need. I may be stopping here I see like 4, 5, 6 Japanese beetles on one leaf. You want to see? Yeah, you're super zoomed in. Yep, isn't that great? Gotta take care of that. So yeah, I'll let you watch me work today, I think. We'll see what happens. I could save all of these peas, but you saw in another video that I was saving seeds already. So I'm just gonna stick with the ones I already have, and I'm just pitching the whole plant. peas. Ooh, this one's a little... Last pea. I lied. One more. This is the aftermath. Net looks a little worse for wear, but I can simply, to get one more use out of this, I haven't needed to replace this one set of netting in a few seasons, but I can just simply tie and attach it to the stakes that are in here, tighten it up a little bit, and then I'm gonna go ahead and plant down here. I'm gonna mend the soil a little bit, kind of clean it out, rake it out. Still got some carrots in there, but that is it on that portion. There's a bean right there. He seems to be popping up just fine. That would be a Triumph bean. And then I'm gonna come back in here, and I've got still 1, 2, 3, one there, 1, 2 there. So I've got to fill in some space with the spinach, thin back the radishes, thin back the lettuce and the beets. So I'm gonna take care of those few things, and I'll be right back. I finished up what I wanted to do for today. I had to tie this sunflower up a little bit better, so I just looped part of this trellis to it as well. Tighten it a little bit, but there's one more spot that I can tighten, but I'm not in a rush to do that. The seeds are in. There are 20 seeds down there, and we'll see what comes up there. I put 2 extra spots of spinach there and there next to those snapdragons. I added 2 there, 1 there, and I popped in a few extra seeds just in case they don't come up again. Hopefully something will, I'm sure. And then I thinned out the radishes, some nice spacing there, and then I spaced out my beets, so that's what I'm left with there, about 5 in a row, so about 15. I'm gonna wait for the lettuce to get a little bit bigger. Same with the carrots. I'm not gonna thin those out until they're a bit bigger as well. And I watered all the new seedlings in. I used worm castings. And then I'm going to pop over here. I tied up this far one on the right. You can see there's a stake with a tomato clasp. And then I did this one too, so they're not falling over the edge here. I don't think there's anything else to show. I do have this straw flower one I did my tour yesterday. I don't think was open very much, so it's still working on opening. Put it in the shade, there we go. But it's just that pretty dark magenta with some white, so we'll see what it looks like when it's completely open. Also, I'm gonna let these pink up a little bit more, but I'm about ready to pick some of those tomatoes. Yay. This one is not looking great. I watered everything this morning, and I'm not sure. The stalk feels firm, really nice and firm. Sometimes when there's disease, I can tell, and it feels hollow, it's squishy. But I'm not entirely sure what's going on with this one. So help me, people. What's wrong with my tomatoes? They all have different ailments, and I end up just pitching them. It makes me very sad. But early on in the season, I did say that this one was disease resistant, claims to be. Need to look more into those varieties of tomato and go from there. So I'm gonna close on out. It's getting darker, and I noticed that I ran to the store to grab something for dinner, and just not that long ago, kind of took a break from what I was doing, and I said, oh, the sun is really low, and it was only what, almost 5:30. The days are getting shorter, people. Sad. But you can't think about it too much. There's still so much summer left. We still have about a month and a half left of summertime. So enjoy it while it lasts. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.